You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be going over sort of a small tutorial on how to do the e-visa for Venezuela. Now, in this video, I want to show you some little tips and tricks that I use to help me complete it. Also, hopefully go over some things that will help save you some time, because I ended up waiting 3 weeks not knowing that the application was not complete because I missed some things. So in this video, I plan to go over those things so you do not make the same mistakes that I did and end up waiting or wasting time when you could be starting the process a lot quicker. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. All right, guys. So you're going to come here to this link right here at the top. This will take you directly to where you need to go. Now, what I did is I have a Google Chrome, or I'm using Google Chrome, and in Google Chrome they do have a either extension or option here where you can click translate. Now this helped me a lot as far as the process, because I'm not fluent in Spanish yet, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys watching this are not as well. So this will help you essentially understand a lot of these stuff. So you're going to create an account, as it says here. If you if this is your first time logging in, you're going to register, or if you want to recover your password, already have that. So I'm going to put that information in and then click enter. Now when you get to this part here, it's going to ask you to put in your country of residence. For me, is United States of America. And then what's your immigration status in this country? Obviously, you're going to put permanent. And then once you go in, you're going to come to this point. Now, I've already completed this, but I want to essentially show you this. Now, you're going to come to your registration and fill this stuff out. Now, I'm not going to open these parts because it does have my personal information in there, like my passport number and all of that. But you're going to go to basic data, fill out your basic data, your contact information, you're going to fill that out. So once you fill all of that out, you're going to come to here, and you're going to okay. So once you get to this part, I'm going to pull up another video I made of going through the process one by one. So initially what you're going to want to click is, actually I think we can do it here. So you're going to want to click the plus here, and then you're going to click Office of Council Relations, and then accept. And then it's going to ask you to, like I said, I'm using the Google Chrome extension. This does not initially come in English. You're going to click here to add procedures. You're going to click here, and then you're going to come down to the add our tourist visa. I have this translated under Google Chrome because it is in Spanish. For list of procedures, you do want to make sure that you click this attach documents, because I got stuck with waiting for like 3 weeks thinking the status just said started, as it does here, and that meant that was it. There's more stuff that you have to do to continue forward. So you want to make sure you click this arrow that says attach documents, and then once you click that, you have to make sure you come up here to collection, and then you have to fill in all of these documents, your passport, a passport size photo, which this I did with just my cell phone, in front of a white wall, your ticket with travel itinerary, your financial solvency. This was just I just took a screenshot of my bank statement with my current balance, and then this was my Airbnb letter, which that you can get a printout, and then the application form. They have a place where you can download the application form to fill out. So you do need to make sure that all this is filled out. Once it is filled out, you will come down here to close, and then there is this right here which says complete the process. Like I said, I do have this translated in Chrome. You're going to click that, and then it's saying, are you sure you want to complete the tourist visa process? You click yes, and then that is it. Your application has been successfully completed. Do you want to include an additional step before submitting the application? Press yes to add another step. Press no to submit the application. Do you wish to include an additional procedure before submitting? So as I said, what's going to be key here is if you use Chrome, Chrome has an extension here, or where you can click this, translate, and that will translate everything for you, which helped me a lot. So that is something that you might want to make sure that you have before you move forward. So as it's saying here, this is me doing this for the first time. Under status, it says paid. I have not paid anything yet, so I don't know exactly what that means. Under see receipt, I just click that, and this is what is showing for me here. So it looks like they may not be charging anything for a tourist visa at this moment in time. This is in in May of, this is basically in April 28th or 29th here in 2026. All right, so and then here you should have a email that basically says your number and everything as far as once you completed it. If you don't receive this email here, it means you did not complete the application, so you want to make sure that you have this here. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go back into Avianca, because in Avianca I did book a refundable flight, which from Medellin to Caracas for July 1st. From June 1st to July 1st, it cost me around 832 USD. So what I had 24 hours to cancel this. So what I'm going to do now is cancel my reservation for my refundable flight, because I needed the information. I needed to be able to provide a booking code and a flight time. So I'm going to cancel this so I can get my money back and then find a cheaper flight, a non-refundable flight that is cheaper, instead of paying this 832, which I think non-refundable flight was maybe half of this. So I'm going to cancel that, and then I have until, today is April 29th, I have until May 2nd to cancel my Airbnb. So I have until May 2nd to cancel my Airbnb. So I'll give myself, 3 days or so here. Actually, yeah, I'll give myself about 3 days to see if the visa goes through before I cancel the reservation for the Airbnb, just to make sure. I did book, I made sure I booked in enough time that it is free cancellation, so that's important. Like I said, I just wanted to document all my steps here as far as obtaining the visa for Venezuela. Now, another thing that I did do here is I made a little folder on my thing here on my computer, which I have all my documents that I needed for the visa here. So most stuff is in PDFs, a couple things are in photos, but for the most part, I wanted to try to stay organized. So that is the process for the Venezuela visa, how to apply for it. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it informational. I apologize it isn't as organized as I would like it to be, but I did film all of these at different points in time, but nevertheless, all the information that you will need is there. So that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.